Sure. So I'm Sarah Fowler. I live up in Washington State, and I am the VIP member success leader here on the team. So I have a pretty dynamic household, you could say. I have four little kids. Two are in elementary school. I've got a third grader and a kindergartner, and then I have 4-year-old twins. So I've been on the team about 18 months, or sorry, almost 2 years now. Gosh, time is going by. I also live on property, which I share with my mom and dad, and my brother lives next door. So we have just people all over. But I will say that I have a full-time live-in nanny, which has been a huge, huge help. And as we're adjusting to our new reality, which is all four of my kids are home, and I am taking on the role of homeschooling them, it's been amazing to have my nanny who is totally clued in to what my twins need. So with that, I have to set up very specific structures in order to be successful. So my top tip for working from home is to be the consistency queen, or king for a couple of us on this call, but in general, be the consistency queen. So for me, what that looks like is three things. I always do these things. I always do them the same way so that everyone in my family knows what to expect, as well as everyone on the team. Now, my twins, they can't read and they don't really understand time, but because I do things the same way every single day, they do understand the rhythms that are going on in my house. So the first thing I do is I always get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I never change my alarm time, and my alarm is totally set. It's not on my phone, so I always get up at 5 a.m. That is set. And that first thing I do is personal. It's just for me, and it's what I call my personal jam session. That includes reading the book, tracking my metrics, and then planning out my priorities for the day. So I always do that, the same thing every day. Along with that, I've implemented what I call family bookends. So really similar to what Mary said with her schedule, that the family bookends are the times when I've decided that my family gets my full attention. And that happens at the same time every single day. So there's two key points there. One, it allows me to focus on the positive. So I can tell my kids, I will be able to give you my full attention in 15 minutes, in 1 hour, whatever the case may be. And the other key point there is that there are absolutely no screens. So when it's family time, I'm not checking email, I'm not checking text messages. If I need my phone for any reason, I put it on airplane mode. Like, I am unreachable to the rest of the world except for the kids and my spouse or my parents or my nanny or whoever else is here that needs me. And then just to wrap this all up, I track everything. So I do my Living Your Best Year Ever journal every single morning, and I track the number of personal jam sessions. I track the number of work jam sessions. I track the amount of days that I have 15 minutes of positive communication with my husband, as well as bedtime and so many other seemingly inconsequential acts that all together make this whole thing work.